It's no secret that copy trading is completely changing the investment game. And if you're not in on this yet, you should definitely watch this video because we're going to be discussing the two best brokers to do this on and decide which one is better based on your investing style. None of this is financial advice, but without further ado, let's put PU Prime up against eToro. When it comes to copy trading, eToro or PU Prime are usually the two brokers that come to mind. But which one is actually better? Well, today we're actually going to be discussing that in this video because eToro is pretty decent, particularly if you're a beginner, but PU Prime just have so many benefits that we're going to talk about in this video. And then at the end, we'll decide which one takes the cake. So let's talk trader leaderboard display. If you don't know much about copy trading, guys, basically the goal is to find a good trader quickly and then copy them or follow them like you would do on social media. But if you take it that simple, then you're probably going to make mistakes. And this is actually where eToro actually fails a little bit because it simplifies a lot of the stuff you see here to make traders seem slightly more appealing than they are. Now, this is great for the retail audience, but if you're actually looking to make money, I would highly recommend PU Prime for this, just simply because eToro is going to be more of a community feel, like a social media platform, but PU Prime will definitely be showing more performance data. We're talking returns, risk score, and trade frequency that are visible very quickly once you pick on a trader. Now, you're going to want to see this data because obviously you're investing your money with these people. So yes, of course, you're going to want to have as much data as possible to make sure a trader's strategy is consistent. And that's why when it comes to a leaderboard here, I would definitely give this to PU Prime because they just display more data and they rank the leaderboard a lot more on ROI and longevity of that trader as well. Now, a quick message from our sponsor today. Basically, we're talking about making money with zero capital here. What does that mean? Well, you could trade with a large amount without actually having to risk money from your own bank account. And you can do that with PU Prime's X-Trader system. Basically, you take an assessment with some money, and then if you pass that test, not only do you keep 80% of the profits, but they're going to fund your account in the future to continue trading. So this is a great way to get going trading large amounts without risking capital from your own bank account. Let's get back to the video. Now, when it comes to actually showing this data and diving deeper, eToro will actually only have a 12-month performance chart and a risk score. More detailed stats like maximum drawdown, average trade duration, and trade frequency are often buried in traders' profiles and quite hard to actually get to if you're a beginner. Whereas with PU Prime, they display multi-time frame returns, so you could choose from the 1 month, 3 month, or 6 month and actually decide whether that trader's doing well based on all of those timeframes. You can also see the maximum drawdown the trader has had, the risk score, trade frequency directly on the leaderboard without having to actually go into everyone's profile separately. So again, PU Prime will be taking it on that front. Now, when it comes to risk management controls, let's take a look at eToro here. Basically, they allow users to set investment amounts and copy stop losses. The default of that, though, is a 95% drawdown. And once copying, you can pause or stop, but risk adjustments are actually limited and you can't dynamically fine-tune exposure while you're following someone. This could be a problem because if you are in a trade for a long time or it's a long-term investment, you can't actually adjust your margin depending on the markets like you could do with something like PU Prime. PU Prime actually offer a minimum copy amount, adjustable risk ratio, and the ability to pause or exit any time when following someone. This provides a lot more flexible risk control for traders with different risk appetites. So just generally with those risk management controls, guys, when we are putting eToro up against PU Prime just have much more tinkering you can do with it, and you can adjust based on a trader's performance in real time rather than actually having to wait to either win or lose on an investment after the trader potentially turns south or just is having a little bit of a flat moment. Now, this happens in every platform, but I found with PU Prime, overall, their traders are just better. And because of the modern infrastructure surrounding this newer broker, it's a lot faster to get into trades, and the whole experience is just generally more intuitive. Now, when it comes to search and filtering options, eToro includes region filtering, asset class filtering, return range, and risk score. Sorting is mostly based on returns and popularity of a trader rather than actually filtering for real data. Now, PU Prime, on the other hand, has basically multi-dimensional filtering. You can filter for risk, return, trade frequency, time period, and trading style. This just makes it much more easy to match traders to specific risk preferences and investment goals. So if you are someone that prefers longer term investments, you can find that a lot easier on PU Prime rather than something like eToro that could just be a guy with a lot of followers and a decent month. So overall, when we are comparing these two brokers, eToro has a strong community interaction and beginner friendly kind of social trading approach. This could be great for those who prefer more of a personality driven investing approach. But if I am going to give the winner in terms of just raw logic in what they've built, I would definitely say PU Prime does win for this video. And this is simply because they have strong data transparency, risk control flexibility, precise filtering, as we've talked about in this video, and it's ideal for users who value risk management and performance analysis. So when it does come to the data, when it comes to actually looking at which platform is better here, the data that platform provides, and the options while investing to invest depending on different preferences, I would definitely say that PU Prime does win it. So definitely check out PU Prime in the description. But that's going to be it from me. Have a fantastic day. I will see you in the next video.